welcome to Panels and Borders. I'm Dominic, and this is a new series I'm going to start called Road to Dune, where I'm going to be talking about movie news about the new Dune film that's due to come out in the next few years. Now, I've decided to do this on my channel because everyone is talking about Star Wars. And now the Solo movie came out and it didn't do very well. I know I personally didn't bother to go see it. I was too let down by The Last Jedi. I really hated what that movie did to Luke Skywalker. So instead of just ragging on and on about Star Wars and what Disney's doing to it and their creative decisions and all that sort of thing, I'm just gonna talk about Dune instead. And so Dune has been in the works for at least since 2007 to have a new version of Dune put to the screen, a new adaptation of the book. You had the 1984 Lynch Dune, which I'm actually a fan of that movie. It's not a perfect movie by any means, but I'm a real fan of that film. And then in 2000 you had the Dune miniseries, and then after that they did a sequel to that, another follow-up miniseries called Children of Dune. Now all three of those adaptations I own on DVD. But now a director called Denis Villeneuve, who directed Blade Runner 2049 and Arrival, and I've seen 3 of his films, and all 3 of them I've really liked so far. So he's slated to direct a new film. Now there's been a few other directors attached, and it's been in development hell, as they say, for a few years, but it was the first time I've heard of it was probably 11 years ago, and I've been waiting patiently ever since for a new Dune movie. And so I just want to talk about this article that was put up a couple days ago here by a website called Paste. And Denis Villeneuve's Dune adaptation will officially be 2 films. Frank Herbert's Dune is the kind of genre-defining work that has a large impact upon the world of science fiction as J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings has upon fantasy. So it's no exaggeration to say that there are a lot of nerds out there waiting with bated breath for any kind of news revolving around Denis Villeneuve's film adaptation, previously attempted by David Lynch in the semi-successful Famously Weird 1984 film starring Kyle MacLachlan and Sting. The most successful and certainly most faithful adaptation to Dune was actually the Sci-Fi Channel's 2000 TV miniseries Frank Herbert's Dune and its follow-up Children of Dune. And then the article just goes on to say that Eric Roth has written first draft, and that Denis Villeneuve has been working on it as well, and that it's going to be 2 films. It's confirmed now to be 2 films. So that was one of the criticisms leveled at the original Dune film, that you couldn't cram the whole Dune story in one movie, that it needed to be multiple films. And that's pretty much correct. The only thing about Dune is I'm kind of worried that if the first film comes out and bombs, you won't get the follow-up, so you won't get the complete story. And they're not filming these films back to back. They're going to do one and then do the other one. So I'm really hoping it at least makes enough money to warrant them doing the second one, so you can get the whole story completed in 2 films. So that's my worry, that the first half will bomb and then you won't get the second half. Because Dune is different from Star Wars. It doesn't have the broad appeal, I guess, like Star Wars. Star Wars isn't nearly as serious as Dune, and it's kind of more designed to have a more broader appeal across like adults and children and stuff like that. Where Dune isn't. Dune is more of a thinking man science fiction, and it's a lot of people won't like it, or they won't get it, stuff like that. So that's my only worry about this. And if you want to read the rest of this article, I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And I will see you at the next one.